universities do a lot of research. They publish papers in journals, but no patent file. No Indian university has any patent to work with their name, because they don't think patent is necessary. But there are many universities in US which hold patent rights. Not only that, they get revenue out of royalty coming from the patents which they have given for manufacture to other companies. They license the patent rights to other companies. This is called transfer of technology. Transfer of technology. So almost all universities in US have a department, separate department called Department of Transfer of Technology. They encourage, support financially various departments in the university to continuously come up with something new research, new products, and file patents. They assist the filing the patents. They pay the patent fees. They pay the annual, renewal fee for the patent. We'll come to it. So the assignee means, what is assignee? Company or an institution which holds the right to the patent. Okay. Now what are these inventors? Where are they from? They are from the same university. Why they have written the right to the university? Because they are employees of the university, and as a part of their work in that university, they have done this research and developed this new technology. So, because the university paid their salaries, because the university has funded the research, they have to give it to the company. This is a rule. Even in BHEL or any other company in India, where I worked in BHEL, we used to put the names of all the inventors, but ultimately they have to sign a document saying that all our patent rights are transferred to BHEL, so that they can use this as a new products or to license it out to outsiders. BHEL has the right ultimately. So what is it that inventor gets? Anything that you know? Inventor gets something or you don't get anything? India there is nothing, but BHEL started. When I was there in BHEL from 1997, I was in charge of a patent cell which used to continuously file patents. So we initiated a scheme which is still continuing. 20,000 rupees will be given to the inventors. Share, of course, if it is only one person, 20,000 to him. If there are two people, it should be shared as 10-10 or whatever, depending upon the contribution. And even now it is still working. I have recently got a patent granted of which I was filed when I was in BHL, and I got about 8,000 rupees from the patent. Two people will filed 12,000 to him and 8,000 to me. So some sort of a revenue sharing is done by the company. Japanese companies have a scheme. They continuously encourage and give the awards and rewards to those people who come out with a new idea and file a patent. Microsoft continuously files patents. That's how the Windows is continuously running. Windows 97 to 2011, 10. Everything continuously Microsoft files patents. Have a look at our websites. You find Microsoft continue every project that they do. Ultimately, so whatever work is done, it is done very well planned. Continuously, they monitor patents that are being granted every day. Every day. In fact, every week, US Patent Office comes out with the list of patents granted. Every week, particularly Wednesday. Wednesday, if you look at the US website, new patents granted will be listed there. So, in your area, if you think only 10 patents are there, you are a mistake. Every week, good number of patents being granted. Maybe something new has come in your area also. That is why most of the US companies and some German, European kind of companies, they continuously monitor. Every day one group will be just downloading patents which are granted in their area, send it to the scientists. Hey, vice, this patent has been granted. Look at it. Should we continue our research or not? Continuous basis. Not only that patents are being collected, they are studied by some group of people, write some brief notes, and send it to the particular scientist who is working. So this should happen. Otherwise, nothing is happening. You sleep well, and for 3-4 months you do something. Come back and see something already granted in your area. 3 months gone waste. So there are many companies which are having a separate wing called Patent Intelligence Group. No, the name of the group is Patent Intelligence Group. What do? They create a database from the patents that are being continuously granted in their area all over the world. They collect information, patent information. They actually create some PPTs, PowerPoint presentations. They create Excel sheets and also read and write some brief about each patent that is being granted, so that somebody can look at and come to a conclusion whether it is going to be a dangerous for them to continue, or they have to change the whole policy, strategy. So all this information will be given in those sheets, which are called as patent information translated to intelligence. Information and intelligence, lot of difference is there. Can somebody tell me what is the difference? Intelligence is same as information? Intelligence and information same or not? No, they are not same. But information leads to intelligence. Information is necessary for becoming intelligent. So patent information now is making money. I worked in a company incidentally during 2006 to 2008 May, 2.5 years. A company called Cytec Patent Art, which is in Nacharam in Hyderabad. I was paid 1 lakh per month those days when I was having a vice principal post in Nizam Institute of Science and Technology. For only 40,000 I was working there. These people came to me and said, why don't you come and work with us? And our salary structure is 1 lakh per month. We just jumped and joined. 2.5 years I worked with that company. And that company simply thrives on collecting patent information, translating it into PowerPoint presentations, charts, Excel sheets with a lot of data, analyzing a patent and writing a one-page report on each patent, which can be understood very easily. Simply using patent information and creating intelligence. So this is called patent intelligence, and you all are eligible to join such companies. There is another company called eValue Serve, very big company in Delhi. Pangea, so many companies are there. I talk about this commercial angle of patent intelligence. People who take seriously this patent information, read it and then try to understand and write some brief about it. These people have a lot of people. Companies are there which just take you only to process the information in a particular fashion. Search for that, collect, process and put it in such a way that somebody can easily understand whether he can close his project or he should continue. If it is continued, how? What modifications are to be done? I think we stop here and go for thanks and come back again. Thank you for your patience. I don't know whether I am boring or same person all the time standing before you. Not boring? Okay, thank you. Dental pharmacy. Dental college. One is a professor, another is also a professor in dental college. We met met in the lunch and we were discussing about the same topic. They took interest. So now in the morning we were looking at some US patents. We only tried to understand what is a granted patent and what is an application and why an application should be published immediately after 18 months. Also we discussed.
Yes.
Because granted patent takes about 2 years, 2 to 3 years time. Why that much of time? The examiner who is allotted by the patent office. How the examiner is selected? Examiner is selected based on his qualification. He must have a MTech or something, BTech in that area. Electronics product, let us say. He must have an electronic degree. Then only he is capable of assessing whether that is the subject, in that subject, whether it's new or not. Because degree, domain expertise they say. Domain expert. He must be good at, or rather, he must be qualified to look at that patent. So, depending upon his experience in examining a particular area, so senior becomes more and more, you work in same area, you become more and more expert. So such a person will be given this responsibility of examining the patent. Is that clear? So examiner is not an ordinary examiner. He is an expert in that area who has a lot of experience in looking at the patents and trying to know what is new in that. See, even though you and I know what is a patent, what is technology, to know what is new is really difficult. What is new in that? So to know what is new in that, we should know what is there in that. Is it not? How much is done? What type of technologies are there? What technology has come into the market? What technology has not come yet into the market? Maybe something is, see, let me here tell you something. There are many ideas which are there in you, me, and in many other people. Even Dr. Pushpa is having a lot of ideas. But this idea may be very new. You write a patent, you get granted. But it doesn't become a product. Or even if it becomes a product, it won't sell. Commercially, zero. Even though you make a product and put it in the market, nobody buys. Even if you make a lot of advertisement, do this, that, bring Shah Rukh Khan and let him talk about it, still that won't sell. It all depends on, therefore, marketing, commercialization and making it a success needs a lot of other capabilities. You may have a great idea, but project management, making a dent in the business, trying to capture the market in a very systematic way. Even though your idea is good, if you are not capable of doing the rest of the things, it fails in the market. So first thing is you should have a new idea. So if you have a new idea, whether it is going to be commercial or not, can we assess at that point of time? No. The answer is no. At this point of time, I cannot say whether I can make money out of this idea. I cannot rule out. It may suddenly become, all of us see what happened in color TV. Anybody, you're all young, maybe Madam knows. Color TV suddenly came to India for Asian Games. First Asian Games when they were held in India. Suddenly color TV started selling in a big way. Every Indian wanted to look at the Asian Games on TV. So color TVs have become very much wanted. A lot of people bought color TVs at that point of time. So what made them buy that Asian Games? So like that, market is something very typical and different. Nowadays, without cell phone, anybody is there? Even there is an ad which shows that the fellow who is selling BDs and cigarettes, who is sitting underneath one shop, very small shop, that fellow also is having a cell phone. So everybody, even a small worker now in any village also is having a cell phone. So why? Earlier was there no need? No, now everybody wants to communicate, everybody wants to talk, everybody wants to, because that's cheap. 200 rupees you have a SIM card, and 5 rupees SIM card also is available. So they have made it so easy to procure and utilize. So the point, let me come back to, I don't want to digress. Let me come back to my point. Any idea I have today, I cannot assess whether it is new or old, first thing. Second thing, whether it becomes commercial or not. But at that point of time, if I want to make a product out of this, first of all I should completely picturize the idea. Just like that it won't be useful. What device you will use, what software you will write, what architecture you will have, what OS which will be there. All these things have to be crystal clear, basically, at least mentally, and try some 1 or 2 pieces. You may not do a market, commercial market, manufacture on a big scale, but idea whether it is applicable or not, whether the idea is successful or not, you should do in the lab. Small example you should do and try to see whether you are getting good results. At that point of time, you can start writing a document explaining how the idea can be translated into a product. So this description of the technology part is what we call a patent. Patent document, which we are just seeing, describes that. Now, for another half an hour to 40 minutes, my job would be to show you one patent from the beginning till the end. Let us go through and what it contains, how it is written, and what is so great about writing or drafting a patent. It's not easy. It's not difficult either. I don't want to say it's easy, I don't want to say it is very difficult, but it involves a lot of art. We'll go through that, right? Are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay. So now, let us look at this page. But since the professors from dental are there, should we look at a dental implant? So, now this is a patent which we have just seen in the morning, 420759, which is a standard patent. So, starting itself, what you have is the first page which I showed you, which contains the title of the patent is wheelchair mounted control apparatus. Wheelchair mounted control apparatus is the title. And we have seen the inventor's names. I told you, full name will be given there. And whoever contributed, why 3 people are there? Each one of them contributed to the idea of this patent in terms of making a lab model. First of all, initial idea. So all the 3 contributed to this one. So all the names have come. You know, in many companies, always there is a fight. Who should be in the patent? Who should be given credit for the patent? Whether it is the person who has really created the idea or who has made some, lab in charge also. He may say, no, I also have a part in this. Put my name also. Nothing like that. See, a real contribution to the idea, he is to be recognized. But simply because he is in the lab, simply because he made the set ready, he need not be given credit. So here, identifying the real inventor is a big issue political issue in various companies. But it is very simple. You know honestly whether you have contributed to the technically to that idea or not. Okay, now that is over. SINE I told you. SINE is the particular company or university or any institution which has paid salaries for them, which has created a research lab, funded it, and completely assisted them in getting this idea practical and filed the patent. the filing patent as well as maintaining the patent every year will be now the responsibility of New York University, and these inventors may get some reward from the company if this is found to be a commercially viable idea. Or even for filing and getting grant also, morning I told you I was getting 20,000 rupees from BHR once my patent is granted. So there is some sort of a monetary award, a reward for whatever effort you have put. So that's how inventory is satisfied. So the New York University, which has put money for filing the patent, today morning only with just now with Pushpa we were discussing, the total amount of money that you have to spend roughly comes to about $50,000 if you want to file a patent. US market of at least 2% market, you will be getting thousands and lakhs of dollars in dollars only. So spending $50,000 for filing a patent in US is still worth it. If you are commercially looking at, just look at the Dr. Reddy's labs itself. Dr. Reddy's labs are Hyderabad based. There are a lot of scientists who are taken from different fields, physics, biotechnology, so many areas, and they continuously planned way they work. Planned way. It's not a random way. Planned way. How planned are? They continuously monitor patents. Everywhere in the world, they monitor patents. Every day, how many patents are granted in their area. They will go through that, they will read, they will substantiate, write a brief note, keep a record of what is happening in the whole world. What is the contribution? What is new there? Oh, whether we should continue our project right now or not, whether we should continue spending time and money on the present project, should we shelve it, close it, and go for a new one? Because that's how things are now. Nobody is having money so much to just throw. 4 years you work, 400 crores you have spent, and you will find you are not looking at any patent any time. Suddenly you want to file a patent, you will find everything is already done. And what happened to 400 crores? And 4 years of labor, all have become waste. So no more. A lot of companies now have learned to have a separate department where they continuously, every day they download patents related to their area, then go through, make a notes, and come to a conclusion, yes, this is useful, let us look into it, let us use this data, let us use this idea. Like that they will conclude and they will review their work every day. That's how these people in US do. Slowly some Indian companies like Reddy Labs is doing. Other than Reddy Labs, maybe 2 or 3 companies are there, not many are there. But that is how they work. You understand? If you want to, your lab now wants to suppose continuously bring out new products in area where you will help the handicapped people, you should look at the patents in your area continuously, get the ideas. What is new here? What is it that this fellow did? How is he achieving this, voice assisted or voice, assisted wheelchair? How? And for your kind information, voice assisted wheelchairs patents will be about 100 to 200 patents. So many patents are. So title is same. Do you think the title is same? Everything is inside is same? No. Not necessary. DC motor may be the title, but 100 patents will be there. Do you think everything is same? Everything. So title is not the thing which we have to look at. Abstract also is very cursory talk about the whole thing. So really you should look at the figures that are given. A lot of figures will be given. And I will show you these patents where figures are shown, and figures are so explained, so well explained in the patent draft that you will never miss a single point in the technology. So very well explained. Drawing, something like drawings, they will be and numbered so much that everything is described in the patent. So technological description is elaborate in a patent, which you cannot expect in a published paper. The journal paper may be simply peripheral rather than anything detailed. What's the point? So now let us look at this particular page. A voice actuated wheelchair control apparatus is disclosed. Disclosed means, I think I told you, any idea when you describe in a patent document is a disclosure. It's a secret for you, but you are disclosing in this document and giving it to the government. You are submitting it to a government office like Indian Patent and Trademark Office in Calcutta or Mumbai or Chennai or Delhi. So this is called a disclosure. So for the disclosure you are making of your secret, the government is granting you a 20-year monopoly on this idea. 20 years you can utilize this idea and make a product and sell once this is granted. You got my point? So that is the advantage of disclosing. Disclose to by spoken command. Just voice. You just said some command. Come here, go there. All these commands are very specific. Some software is there. That software, these commands are inbuilt. Once the command is given, what is to be done also is clear there. So some circuit, some device gets activated and does this whole thing. For executing spoken commands, for initiating incremental changes in the chain's speed or direction of travel. The apparatus also includes means for executing spoken commands which modify or override the wheelchair motion initiated by previously spoken commands. So the whole thing is, there is a software which receives these spoken commands of the person who is sitting in the wheelchair. But this person may be knowing certain words which he should use for specific action by the devices which are inbuilt into the wheelchair. So is it clear now? Some idea is, but that is it making it clear what is new technology there? What is new is not given there. All this is for any patent in this area, this is same text. Abstract is same. So abstract should be there, but abstract is not enough. Can we get everything in the abstract? No. So move forward. Move forward, let us look at these figures. See, initially, particularly in US patents, after this abstract and initial material, what is given are all these figures. Figures associated with the text in this patent. This is the first figure, figure 1. You find a wheelchair. Numbers are there, you see 11, 50, 12, 40, 7, right? 6. Each part in this figure is numbered, like an industrial drawing. You're all engineers? Huh? So you have got geometrical drawing, machine drawing. So you know what is a drawing. So is it not very close to a 3-dimensional machine drawing? So that's how it is produced. And numbers are there. Some gear you can see. So many things are there. Right? So that is figure 1. Then figure 2 is there. Figure 2. And figure 3 now is maybe a layout. Layout of various parts or also some sort of a logic built into the system. You have got a microphone to receive your voice command. Then from the microphone